Hey y'all, and welcome to another edition of our Let's Play on the Green Countryside. It is now May, and we have barley looks like ready. Yes, our barley is ready. A plus 95 yield bonus and fertilized 100%. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and find a tractor. I thought we had two of them. Oh, we do. Okay. Where's our Vulture at? Okay, there it is. Let's go back to our Deutz. And let's go ahead and, let's see. Seeds are full. So let's go ahead and crank this up. And till we get a planter, we gotta go with seeding options. So let's go with, we don't want to do oats, we just did that. Canola, nah. Arable grass. You know, we haven't done mustard yet. So let's let AI worker plant mustard, and let's jump in our harvester. Yeah, we'll do it the easy way. There we go. And we'll harvest us some barley. Unfortunately, barley doesn't sell good till December. So we'll have to throw it in our silo. So let's go and make sure we got steering assist on. Turn it on. And of course we gotta make sure we have fast farming on. And we need to have a straw swath, because eventually we will get cows, so we do need straw for that, both for their food and for their food. I mean, bedding and food. Yeah, we need straw for their food and their food. Makes total sense, huh? Actually, you know what? It is May right now. So let's shut this down. Let's go ahead and get in our Vulture, because May means clothing sales. We'll go ahead and take this with us while we're going. But hopefully with these clothes we'll be able to afford some new property, which with 6,000 liters, how much are clothes going for right now? They're at 32,000 so yeah, we'll probably get around 200,000 for this. Plus I had a comment on the last live stream about something we need to try. Well, they didn't suggest we try it, but I saw it and I want to try it. And it's up here by the sell point, so might as well get it over with. So hopefully we get a pretty decent sell here. Alright, so yeah, 205,000 for that. So now we're up to 236. Now they said if you come around here somewheres, You could fall off the map. Yeah, I'm trying to find where that's at. And maybe over here. I can't go there. I don't know. They told me that they came back here to get the collectible and somehow fell off the map. And I know they are on PC, so might be a little bit different because it's definitely not letting me fall off the map, unfortunately. I would like to have seen that. Oh well, let's go back to our harvester. No. Let's not go back to our harvester. We got a tractor up here. Let's take this back and then get back in our harvester and harvest our barley. So we can either buy some more equipment or buy some more land. We are going to have this big barley field cleaned out, so we should be able to afford a planter. I'll let y'all viewers decide if y'all want me to buy more land or go ahead and get a planter. Just let me know in the comments and majority wins. But until then, we'll park this and go to the harvester. So we'll park it right there. Kill that. Now we can pop over to our harvester. Oh. I don't remember turning it off, but I probably did. That's a big pile of straw right there. Now I'm pretty sure we have something to pick up the grass, so we should have something to pick up the straw too. At least I think we got something to pick up the grass. Yeah, we got a forage wagon, so we're good. And our silo should hold. Well, if I'm using a forage wagon, I need to make sure my straw swaths are pretty straight. That would be annoying to try to pick it up and it's scattered everywhere. And on the first headland, we are almost full already. So we're getting a pretty good yield off this field. I don't remember if I said to 1 or 2 headlands. Yeah, it looks like 1. So we'll come over here to the straighter edge and start the up and down stair. And hopefully we can get at least 2 or 3 loads out for here. I'm honestly surprised I didn't go with the 30,000 liter capacity on this thing. Might have been a good bit to upgrade it. Alright, so let's go to our Voltra. Disconnect the trailer and let's get our tipper. much. Our sheeps are looking good. I think they should be almost ready to reproduce. While we're filling up the tipper, we'll check on them real quick. I think they have a 8-month gestation period, if I remember correctly. Sheep. Yeah, they're 80%. They're at 50% puberty. So if they're at 50%, they're born 4 months ago. So it might be only 6 months. Whoops. Let's go ahead and keep going. So there are productions that use straw. I haven't really used them before. I know there's one for like a hat maker or something. That might be a interesting thing to try out on this live stream series. I don't have it downloaded from the mod hub, but with as big as our fields can possibly get, we could, in theory, have a ton of straw per year. A whole lot more than we would need for animals. And the fact is, just selling straight straw doesn't really make you a good bit of money, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to find some kind of production for us to use straw. We do have the straw harvest DLC installed. I know pellets go for a lot more, but it is a very slow process to convert them. And honestly, I've used it a couple times on 25, which the pelletizer works fine. The production facility that turns the pellets into pallets, I can never get it to work for some reason. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, which I don't think I am, because I'm doing it the exact same way I did in 22, but I don't know. But we might give that a try also. I don't know if they've updated it lately. It's been, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months since I've actually used it. So it could have been a bug that's been fixed. Oop. Come on. There we go. Can't remember if I had crop destruction on or not. But just in case, we'll go ahead and back out of there. And then this should fill up our tipper. Then we'll run it over to the silo. Yeah, once we expand out, we'll need a silo, that's for sure. So at highest price, we're looking at about 20 grand right here in this load. Now if we could get another full load, that'd be awesome. Do I think we'll get it? Probably not. And we're on left side tip. Do we have anything in our silo? Well, I guess the easiest way will be let this dump out, and then we could check. Because I got Gaming Joy's Silo mod, which I wish it was available on console for y'all who's on console, but alright, we got barley, canola, straw, and that's it in our silo. Which makes sense because we just harvested canola last month. And then next month our wheat should be ready. And then our oat field probably be ready in 3 more months. Alright, our workers done planting. So let's get lined back up. Turn the thrasher on. Let's get back to it. Yeah, if we were to buy another plot, it'll probably be that one straight in front of us or straight behind us. Both of them are pretty clear. The straw's too thick for our harvester. There we go. The header was getting caught up on it. Yeah, this one or that one. And we probably would just do one massive field on it instead of multiple small fields. I'm granted multiple small fields are good too, because you know you can use them to produce your animal food, and then the big fields you could use for making money. So we probably will try most of the crops on this playthrough. I don't know about sugarcane though, because that's actually pain to deal with. Mostly planting and harvesting, because the planter runs out so fast, and then harvesting takes forever. Of course, some other crops take a while too, most of your root crops. Slow equipment, but with the fast farming mod it shouldn't be too bad. I don't think it's a good idea to do that with sugarcane. I've never tried it, but it just doesn't seem like it will work out too well. Just for the way that the forge or the sugarcane harvester works. Trailing that trailer behind it. But I could be totally wrong. If we were to do sugarcane, it'd be on a tiny field, that's for sure. And we might actually plant a sort of a, oh, we're full. A sort of a vegetable crop on here. You know, like green beans, peas, or spinach. Because we can lease the harvester. Spinach is another crop that takes forever, because the harvester is only I think 3 meters wide, unless you get the Chris and Riley S one, which I honestly don't know if I have the Colossus stuff installed in this gameplay. But I can always put it on there. We do decide to go that route. There's a couple other ones out there that I haven't tried yet on the Mod Hub. One day I need to. Oh, and next Sunday I got a new series coming out. It's called the Plus 25 Collaboration Challenge. It's a challenge created by Gasoline Billy. It's actually there's actually two challenges he created. He created the Plus 25 and then the Vanilla Challenge, which, if any of y'all know me, I don't like base game stuff. So the Vanilla Challenge wasn't for me, but I might actually try it after I'm done with the 25 collab challenge. I haven't decided yet. But what he did, he took elements from Zorch's Triple Threat Challenge and Rusty Money's One Tile Challenge and combined them into a new challenge. I'm doing the plus 25, which means I'm allowed 25 mods only. But I honestly used a couple extra that didn't count towards the 25. But that's just stuff for, you know, content creating. And I used a lot of script mods, like the fast farming and stuff like that. I think I only, equipment wise, there's only like 8 or 10 mods. But it's been an enjoyable series so far, kinda. I got like 6 episodes pre-recorded. The one thing that sucks is the map I drew, which is Western Australia, I think, or is the Australia map, and it's got some big fields. So any contract I do takes me a good while to do. Yeah, it looks like we are going to go ahead and get a another full trailer full. So we're going to be looking about $40,000 when we sell this barley in December or January, whenever it was, I can't remember. Drop the straw off here, and let's go. I'm going to pick up the header too, empty out the harvester. And let's see if we actually fill up the tipper again. It'll be close. And we are not going to do it. Oh, we did. With 257 liters extra. So we'll just drop that straight off into the silo. We need to go ahead and get the stuff so we can start making TMR and getting it ready. This way we can do cows pretty soon. I'm just going to park this over here. Actually, I don't want to block the way of getting to that garden, so let's park it right here instead. And we'll bring our barley over here. So we got 37,275, which ain't bad at all. What's going to be fun is going through the field with the forage wagon. So we'll let this tip, and while it's tipping, we'll go ahead and bring this back to the shed, and we'll get a the fertilizer spreader on here, let him fertilize this field, because unfortunately we can't use a AI worker to pick up the straw. I think there is a mod that will allow you to use AI workers for straw out there, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So we use 5% seeds. And then next month we'll be able to mow our grass again. Alright. Whoops, forgot to fill it up. There we go. Now we can drop that off. We'll come around and pick up our weight. What we need is a bigger tractor where we don't have to have a weight to use this spreader. But it's a good spreader, so I can't really complain too much. Right. And we'll, like I said, let the AI worker handle this. And let's go get our tractor and forage wagon. I was thinking about leaving that there, but then I remember we gotta dump the straw. I need to smooth this land out too. So let's get this straight so we can lock the axle. Because I'm not like Rusty Money. I cannot back these up with them unlocked. I don't know how he does it. I've tried and tried. Whoop. Unlock that before you unhook from it. I've tried and tried and I can't get it. Even dealing with those trailers in real life, it don't happen too well. Alright, so let's get a little pottinger. No, we actually have enough for a better forage wagon. And that would save us some time too. So let's go ahead and take this up to the store and sell it, and we'll grab a better forage wagon. One that isn't too cheaty, at least. And it's not going to be the Colossus. Yeah, hopefully by May of dang, they fertilized that fast. Hopefully by May of year 3, since we got more sheep, we'll be able to have a lot more clothes to sell. Whoa, that's the store. I need to go to the shop. Okay, I'll repair triggers in the y'all know I can't drive. Almost had it. Alright, let's run in here and let's see, we'll repaint it for 1,000. Yeah, why not? Oh, repairing it's gonna break us $1. Alright, we're gonna sell it for 27,832. And then let's come over to the shop. Oh yeah, it's indoors. Let's open this up. And Let's see what's in used sell. Hey, look, the one we just... No, that ain't the one we just sold. Not a bad price, though. But we're going to spend about $5,000 more than that. We're going to get this Pottinger. Billboard. I like the billboard. Don't need a cover. And we'll keep a standard capacity. Let's see here. D S G 01. Alright, let's buy it for 125,000. Yes, this is a challenge. Oh no, this one is in challenge. This is probably the only one I'm doing that's not a challenge. This is just a let's play. But welcome in, Simulator YouTuber. Yeah, I got 4 different challenges I'm doing as a recorded series. So I decided to do a just a chill let's play for a live stream. Yeah, this just basically dominate the map. I used to love Alien Gyms, No Man's Land back in 19 and 22. And this is probably the closest map that's come out in 25 to that. It has a little bit less forestry than Alien Gyms map did, but the terrain and everything is reminiscent of that. So I figured, you know, let's do a chill series on it. Ooh. I don't know if we'll have enough horsepower in this tractor for this. To do it at a decent pace at least. I mean, don't get me wrong, 16 miles per hour ain't bad, but I've had tractors doing 30, 32 miles per hour while pulling this. Alright, so we're down to 137. So I think we might go ahead and buy another plot of land. Yeah. I don't know, they both look just about as hilly to me. Oh, we're full. Let's fold this up and dump it out. And hopefully we don't fill our silo up with straw. Whoops. We'll go with 19. So we'll buy it for 60,000. That's going to leave us 77. Okay, there's a collision on the very back of this thing. Right. Lower that down, turn it on. Let's get what we missed. Yeah, probably eventually we'll get a stationary baler to put all this straw through to make bales. Because when we do get cows, that'll make it easier for us to mix up the TMR if it's in bales. Plus, I want to do a silage bunker, not a factory like I normally do. Because honestly, most silage factories will let you turn straw into silage. At least most of the ones I use. I haven't looked at them all. But this is going to be a semi-realistic playthrough, so I think we're full again. I guess I show up the capacity of this. So that's 100,000 liters of straw so far. And I can't remember how much this silo holds. I think it's a good bit, but I don't think that shows in our one screen either. I think that's just for yeah, that's just for bale and pallet storages. Back out. We shouldn't have to empty that out again. I mean, we're going to empty it again, but you know what? We shouldn't fill it up again. And then I think we'll plant. I think we'll do peas. I've actually never planted peas. I've harvested them on a contract, but that's pretty much all I've ever done with peas. And I don't know, out of the three, peas, green beans, or spinach, which one sells the most, so for the most. So without looking, I'm going to pick peas for us to plant. And then we'll find us a harvester to lease when it's time for them to be harvested. Let's go ahead and drop this straw off. And you know we do have the money right now, so I guess we could put in a bunker silo. I mean, our grass is going to be ready to mow next month. So let's see what we have for bunker silos. Let's see, we got the base game ones, the Planet ET one. That's way too big. Plus we don't have enough money for that. That's a manure heap. Ooh, they're expensive. I do like how it looks with it hilled up like that. But I don't think we're going to go with that one. Okay, they have their own for clover. I don't think we're going to be doing any clover alfalfa or clover silage. I think this one looks good, and it's only 15,000. That's a manure heap. See, I've never used these silos. Whoops. I don't see where the other end of them is, or are. So let's go ahead and we'll place this one. Let's see. Okay, I don't like that there. Well, if we sell it, it's only going to give us 100 or 500 bucks, huh? Oh. Okay, we're done. We now have us 2 bunker silos. Hoops. Then we'll go ahead and place this behind this tree. Yeah, that looks like a place to park it. And we'll... a little bit of a ledge there. Grab our cedar and plant some peas. Alright, right there. Oh. Or did we determine we're going to do mustard there? We didn't accidentally plant mustard there, did we? Oh, we did. Okay. Maybe we meant to. I can't remember. Alright, so let's find peas. And we'll let the AI worker plant that while we go swimming. Blocked by. Well, I guess that was me that was blocked by. Yeah, they're going. So let's go ahead and park this fertilizer spreader and create us a new field. We'll go ahead and keep the weight on for now, I guess. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and drop it because honestly, I think it's a little too heavy for just being the weight on the front. I don't think our plow is heavy enough to need it. So let's go ahead and find our plow, which should be back here. Yep. Alright, and we'll... I did buy the other side, right? Yeah. We'll make us a big old field. Get some pork chops while we're at it. Man, if you could run over the wildlife, that'd be something. Alright, let's go ahead and unfold this. And make us a big old field. Let's drop that down, allow create fields. Alright, looks like we do have a few trees on this plot. Let's change our overlay so we can... There we go. And then we'll zoom in a little bit too. Not too far. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see a little bit better. And hopefully no little trees come out of nowheres. They like to do that when you're not looking, to spring up. Just make a little zigzag around there. Ooh, that is a heck of a hill right there. Oh well. Actually, I think I'll make I'm still going to make big fields, but I think I'm going to make it into 2 fields. This way we can have a more variety of crops. At least that makes more sense to me. Then we could plant. Let's see, we got oats and wheat growing. Just planted mustard, and we're currently planting peas. So we got plenty of straw right now. So we might do another canola field. Get that a little more straight. There we go. Lift it up and let's see if it will let us do it yet. Nope. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. I guess we gotta get a little more ground plowed out before it actually. Oh, now it pops up. We might use it on the way back down because it's going to take us a minute to create this field and to plant it and everything, but it'll make us some money so we can buy bigger equipment. Actually, once we get an upgraded tractor, we can upgrade this plow to a 9M, maybe even a 12M. We'll have to see. Alright, so let's go ahead and follow this line. That was weird. Whoops. I accidentally deactivated the cruise control. Yeah, I find this way I don't miss as much. I don't miss anything. There's been many times I've created massive fields, harvested it, and then went to go cultivate it or whatnot, and then I noticed there's a sprig of grass sticking up out of the ground where I missed. Alright, let's try to guess which line would be about the one we need. I'm thinking that one looks good. So lower it down. Yeah, perfect. Of course, our field ain't perfectly square, so we'll have to not do full up and downs. We'll go until about right there. We're not king grass anymore. Guess we'll just come back here and let it update the other part of the field later. Alright, so yeah, that one worked out pretty good, so let's go with not that one. Yeah, you look good. And this one should take us a little bit further. Ooh, just on the edge. But it works, so that's good. And then we probably won't plant this field this month. This way we try to keep everything kind of offset. I hate to have 6-7 fields to harvest in 1 month. That wouldn't be the best situation. Are they going to give us lines up here? Yes. Sweet. I think we're golden now. Oh wait, these lines aren't even straight. Alright, we'll just might be able to fix that in our let's go with 1 meter lines and 1 headland. See if that helps us out, and go to a 0. No, we want a 90. And that should keep us going straight both ways. Alright. So this line should do good. Maybe not. Alright, there we go. That should do us. It's a little overlap, but it'll get the job done. Actually, a lot of overlap. But it should guarantee that this edge will be squared off now, so that's a good thing. And it looks like our pea planting is coming along quite nicely. They'll probably be done before we get this field plowed in, though. Alright. So what kind of productions do y'all think I should do on this map? Wrong line. I'm open to suggestions. I don't do third-party mods though. I only do what's on the mod hub. I know a lot of people do third-party stuff, but I've also heard a lot of stories where it's very risky because you get malicious software from some of them. And them all, I mean, we could do them all, but whoops, we have a lot of productions. I mean, granted, some of them are different versions of the same thing, but I mean, that's a lot of possibilities. Alright, so let me rephrase that question. What production do you think we should start with? We already got a tailor shop for our wool. And I'm not, well, we could put down productions for stuff that we need a planter for. We'll just have to get a planter to fill them. But yeah, I'm game. I think I even have the coffee and tea productions downloaded and installed on this game save. Those are two I've never used before. I've seen people use the coffee one on other channels, but I haven't seen anybody use the tea one yet. I was going to use it on my Island Preservation Challenge series, but they require pallets and we're not allowed to touch trees, so I kind of shied away from that one. And wrong line in again. But I have no problem cutting down trees on this game save. Make bread? Okay. We could put a flour mill down because we got wheat harvesting next month, and then put a bakery down. I like making bread. It's actually a easy recipe, and even the slowest production does a decent speed for bread, at least. Some of the grain mills, oh, they slow. But yeah, after this fields mode, plowed in, we'll look at the productions and place down a grain mill. This way it'll be ready for next month when we harvest our wheat. Nope. Wrong button. Now I could drop that down. And I did the wrong line again. Okay, we come back and get to it. Yeah, I so wish you could put workers on plowing. Maybe a modder would do that one day. I don't know how they would figure that out, but it would definitely be helpful. You do the outlines and then set a worker to fill it in. I think Courseplay you can do that with, but I've never really had much luck with Courseplay, to be honest, so I don't even install in-game saves anymore. And it's probably not Courseplay's problem, it's probably me not knowing what I'm doing, honestly. Which is a very good possibility. I've used it on a couple game saves, and I don't know, the first time I tried it, it kept trying to harvest off the field. I think I was doing a oat harvest, and putting the first headland like 4 or 5 meters outside the field boundary. Or, let me phrase that, where the edge of the header was 4 feet outside the field boundary. Running into every sign in the way, getting stuck. Now I tried it again and it wouldn't let me generate a course on a different map, so I honestly gave up on it. And one day when I'm playing on a game save that's not for YouTube, I might give it a try again, try to figure it out. But lately I've been too busy with work and doing my videos, getting them pre-recorded to just do my own little game save that's for me. Which is fine. I like making videos for YouTube, so I'd rather be doing that than just playing. Me and my buddy used to play on a multiplayer map together on Xbox, but life got in the way with him too. He had a baby, so you know, he's always busy with that. I'm busy with working YouTube, so we don't get to play as much anymore. But honestly, I like playing on PC better than on console. A lot better mods, honestly. And I have to have my mods. I mean, I've said it before. Farm Sim would be nothing without the modding community. Because the base game stuff Giants puts out, I mean, it is realistic, but to me it makes the game less enjoyable. I know there are people who they only play base game stuff, and you know, that's okay. If they like it that way, more power to them. I don't like it that way. We should have just about 8-9 more passes left to this field, and looks like our workers finishing up the headland now, or starting on the headland now. So that'll be done soon, and then we'll get them over here to plant. You know, I think we'll plant oats over here. On most grain mills, oat flour is your best flour to make, because it's, you get more output than input. Everything else you normally lose at least 1 or 2 of your inputs. I know with the old grain mill, or the old windmill grain mill, it's that way for sure. And I think it's that way with the compact one too. Can't think of the name of it. Nope, wrong line. I need to figure out how to take parts of other maps to incorporate them into a map you're playing. Because I'm playing Whitcomb Farm by Oxygen David, and I'd like to get that oil mill and that bakery off that map and put it in other maps to use, because their productions are nice. But I don't know how to do that, unfortunately. My about the furthest I can modify stuff is I know how to up capacities of like trailers and stuff, and I don't really, I know how to do it. I've done it once or twice. I did a lot for my for Farm Sim 19, but I haven't really done it too much for 25. I haven't really needed to, because the modding community has really put out some good stuff. 19, there's good mods out there, but you know, that was 2 iterations ago of the game, so a lot of the stuff that was out you can't find anymore. At least I wasn't able to find it. So I did have to modify some of the base game equipment and some of the modded equipment to fit my liking. I would say fit my needs, but that'd be a lie. To fit my liking would be a more accurate way of putting it. Nope. There we go. Whoops. That's what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I forget, once you hit the end of the line, it automatically kicks off your cruise control. Rookie mistake. Yeah, I was eating dinner yesterday and just put it on YouTube. Saw Farmer Cop had a new video out, so I watched it. And he was playing Farm Sim 26 on the Switch. Yeah, to me it reminds me of the old mobile game that I had on my phone. I think it was Farm Sim 23. You are only allowed to do one contract at a time, which would suck, especially starting off in the game, because that's how I normally make money in the start, is through contracts. But once I get established, I hardly ever look at contracts anymore. And my Broke to Bearing series, I think I maybe did contracts for the first maybe 7 or 8 episodes. And then once I got established, I didn't worry about them. And I think it was cousin Skeeter. He started a gameplay of Contract King, where all he did was contracts. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's not for me. I mean, my playstyle is semi-realistic. You know, I've seen people who played ultra-realistic and some who play ultra-unrealistic. And I can appreciate both styles, don't get me wrong. I mean, when I was on console for FS22, pretty much every map I did, I placed government subsidies down. I used a Colossus pack. And for a little bit after 25 came out, once the Colossus pack came out, I did that. But honestly, since I've come to playing on the computer and doing YouTube, I'll still use like the Colossus tipper. And I think I might use the Colossus Harvester on my first Let's Play series of Iron Plains View. But I don't think I've really used it since then. Could be wrong, but I don't think I have. Alright, our AI worker's done planting, and this one's about plowed in. So we'll move our AI worker over here, put this up, and then we'll place us down a grain mill, so we can do bread. And I guess if we're going to do bread, we might as well get chickens and plant some sugar cane too, so we can do, or either that or some sugar beets, so we can do cake too out of that production. I won't worry about putting this up just yet, because we will plow the other field in at some point. So we'll just park this in this bare patch of ground right now, and harp into our, ooh, that took a lot of seeds. Whoop, we need to go this way to refill them. And we'll go ahead and get this set to oats while we're driving. I hate backing this thing up. I don't know. When we get a bigger tractor, we might go ahead and get the Vulture too. So I like that one. It'll do everything pretty much. Alright, We are full there, and let's get to oats. And head down there to, oh, that's right, crop destruction is on. Well, we just destroyed some crop. We'll let the AI worker do that so we can, you want to do 3 headlands? Do 3 headlands. Run back here. And let's see, where would be a good place to place our grain mill? Could put it over here by our silo. Apparently we went a little over the line there. Alright, so let's find our grain mills. Yeah, I know these are slow production. They're cheap, but slow. I don't know if I have the windmill one installed. Okay, we do. Yeah, the old grain mills, which will do flour and oil. And this one's 20,000. I think that one could hold a little bit more, and that's the only difference in them. Huh. Turn fertilizer and slurry into digestate. Anyways, had a squirrel moment there. Let's see. I think this is the one I used in Drummond Farm. Or it might have been this one. They both look the same, honestly. So let's go ahead and put that there. And then we're going to need a bakery. So let's see. That's a dairy. Carpentry. Country bakery, but that's 70,000. Huh. Transfer and distribution point. Yeah, I got so many mods on here that I've never used. It's not funny. I need to get that mod where it you can search them and sort them by type and cost. Alright, so bakery. Let's see where our inputs and outputs are. Want to leave enough room to get in there, so I'll put it right on the line. Alright, we now have our bakery and our grain mill. So we have barley in here, right? Yeah, we got barley, canola, and canola. We could go ahead and make some canola oil. And I'm sure that sells a lot better than canola does. And right now we don't need canola for pig food. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw our canola in there too, why not? I need to get us a poultry shed. Okay, and we're on tip side right, which is the side we need to be on. So let's go ahead and throw the canola in first. Alright, so 9,500 liters of canola. Bees? You know, I've never done bees. We could try them. Yeah, I think you're supposed to put beehives next to a canola field for a yield boost too. Let's see how much that grain mill holds. Oh, I put it too close to the silo. Now it's sharing with it. But that's okay. We don't need the trailer then. I don't really want to back it up, so we'll put it there. Alright, so you want some bees. Well, let's kill that. Cow, sheep, chickens, bees. Alright, we got $14,000 left, so we could put some over here by our bunker silo. So let's go ahead and 3,000. We'll go ahead and put 2 down. And then we'll need a spawn point. And we'll have it spawn. I don't think I can put it in there. I mean, I could, but we'll put it right here. Cannot be bought. Okay. I don't like how that terraformed. Yeah. I mean, it'll work, but let's go ahead and try to smooth it out some. Let's see, can we get that any smaller? Nope. Go ahead and go around all this just to make sure it's nice and level. Yeah, it's raised up here too, so we'll smooth that out some. Same here. It's floating a little bit, but I could deal with that. Yes, I think that looks good. So let's go ahead and grab the doits and go ahead and fertilize that field we just got done planting. Ooh, I need to smooth that out too, apparently. I actually need to drop this better so I don't have to hook to the weight and then flip around again and hook to the spreader. Let's see, I don't think we're running precision farming in this playthrough. Nope, okay. Let's change our thing to fertilize. And then we'll do steering assist. And we'll back up some too. Alright, we'll come back, hit that corner when we get done. He's actually planting pretty fast. Looks like he has probably about half the field done. I love the fertilize once mod. Oh, we missed that corner up there too. Yeah, so next month we'll have wheat to harvest, grass to mow, and I think that's it. We'll have to move our wool over and sell our veggies too, but we'll get it done, that's for sure. I love this spreader too. 50-meter working with. Makes quick work of everything. Now if we could do manure too, that'd be awesome. On the island preservation series, we gotta be organic farmers, so go and use oilseed radish and slurry. Well, not really digestate, because you can't have a BGA because you can only sell stuff on pallets, and it's kind of hard to palletize electricity, as far as I know. Well, I guess there are some productions out there that will take grass with water or chaff and make digestate. But I'm just using slurry, well, pretty much slurry, because I haven't bought a manure spreader yet. Well, I say that the series actually premieres tomorrow, so but I got like 20 some odd episodes recorded. But there are a lot of other content creators who are doing the challenge. I see that shouldn't block me from getting in there. Of course, getting out would be a different story. Yeah. There we go. So we'll hook back up to the tipper, because like I said, we got that wheat to be harvested tomorrow. We'll shut that off and let's jump over to our Valtra. And I guess we could take over for him, since this is the last thing that needs to be done today. So let's go ahead and fire them. All right. Okay, that's right, you don't turn this one on. It's just lower and go, kind of like the Great Plains seeder that you start off with in most maps. I don't have fast farming enabled on this. That's why it was taking so long to plant. Yeah, worker won't go faster than 16 miles per hour, even with fast farming going. But with the harvester, that's still, you know, base speed is 6 miles per hour, so you're almost 3 times the speed at harvesting with a worker. Alright, lower it down and let it yell at me. Oh, we got a line down there. Hopefully it'll let us glide through the headlands and not, you know, make us make 100,000 little turns to plant this field. I know down here at the bottom it will make a stop and do a sharp turn, but hopefully the rest of it, it'll take it easy on us. Alright, let's go ahead and swap over to growth. And then it should just be the headlands left, I think. Nope, we got one more up and down, and then we'll work on the headlands. So let's drop it down. This should give us a good bit of oats. Ooh, we're down to 32% in seeds. Hopefully we have enough to finish this field. Alright, and then let's come back and do our 3 headlands. I want to start it down here, so hopefully we can just glide along. And we might have to come back and hit that little spot right there. We'll see. Sometimes you can get by with it, sometimes you can't. And looks like we're going to have a little spot we have to come back and get. But that's okay. Oh yeah. Ooh. Sorry about that. My screen went haywire there. Hit the wrong button and I don't know what popped up. My Xbox stuff, I guess. Nope. We're gonna have to make that turn, so let's go ahead and slow down. Let's take fast farming off for right now. This way I can go in there and set our flour to distribute. This way it'll automatically go to the bakery. Alright, now we enable fast farming. It doesn't like this hill, that's for sure. Yeah, it'd be easier to loop around. Yeah, at least the hills aren't as bad as they are on Wickham Park. Those are some bad hills. I got a mower that I have 3 times the requirement for the horsepower for that mower, and I'm still going up a hill at 2 to 3 miles per hour because how steep the hills are on that map. But if it's a beautiful map, if y'all are on PC, I recommend going to Oxen David's itch page and downloading it. I mean, every Oxen David map's good, don't get me wrong, but this one, oops, wrong line. This one, he outdid himself for sure. Man, I figured this would be a little bit faster, but oh well. Alright, let's get the second to last headland now. And hopefully we might see some honey next month. I've never done bees, so I don't know how fast they produce honey or whatnot. I don't know if there's anything you can do with honey besides sell it. I'm sure there probably are some productions that use it. I'll have to do some research into that, because you always get more, well, I won't say always. Most of the time, you get more money putting stuff through productions than you do straight up selling it. Of course, you got the weigh the what you need, because sometimes you need money now, so most productions are kind of slow. Alright, let's go ahead and pop that up. Yeah, you might be able to no, we missed a spot. Yeah, we got it there. Yeah, like take clothes for example. Wool sells for like, I don't know, what, 18, 1900, 1000. But if you put it through a production, at the high point you get 32,000 per 1,000 liters. And it could take you a full year to get 10, 12 cases, depending on which tailor shop you use. So if you need money now, you can sell the wool, but if you're not in dire need of money, you can wait a minute and collect a bunch of money when clothing sells the best. And I think even when it sells the worst, it's still higher than wool is straight up. Whew, we only got 54 liters left of seed. Are we gonna make it? I doubt it. But we will give it the old Harvard try. And I got hogs in my field. Yeah, I was watching, I can't remember who I was watching. Might have been Farmer Donkey. But he was just chugging along. And then the boars just spawned in his field right there in front of him. First time I, 5 liters. You know what? Let's go ahead and get some more seeds. Because no way 5 liters is gonna last us. But yeah, I have mixed feelings about the boars. I do like the Beardo pack. There were already a ton of slurry spreaders, but to me the Beardo or Vredo, however you pronounce it, pack, I like it, especially the animations on the big one. If you get the soft top, where when it's full, the slurry actually sloshes around and you see the movement in the soft plastic. Ooh, I hit my weight. But the boars I'm not really liking. Don't really see as many deer now. I don't know if that's because of the DLC or what. Now, Giants did come out with a new patch this week, and I haven't really noticed any difference. Luckily, I know sometimes they get a patch out and all sorts of problems happen. But this time, haven't seen any. I think it was what, 1.5, 1.6. When that patch came out, a lot of people lost their build menu. Yeah, I saw a lot of content creators, saying what they did to fix it and saying what mod was conflicting. But the weird thing is, none of them had the same mod that was making it conflict. Which makes troubleshooting a pain. Alright, so let's get this little spot we missed and bring her around. I do have fast farming on, right? Yep, okay. Just the hill making us go slow. Yeah, this is why I like a CVT transmission. They don't do that shift up, shift down, shift up, shift down. But if any of y'all tried the CVT add-on, I wouldn't recommend it. Or it didn't work out well for me. It didn't make everything a CVT transmission. But y'all might have better luck with that. I'm not going to tell y'all not to use mod just because it didn't work for me. Like Courseplay, it don't work for me, but I know it works for a lot of people. And the Cells Plus mod, which I had it installed at the beginning of this gameplay, and as you can see now we only have 5 items on here. That'd be nice to have, but we don't have nearly enough money for that. We are down to $8,117. Vehicle leasing costs. What are we leasing? Oh, I bet you this tractor's on lease. Yep. So we went over the hour. Yep, that's what it is. We already got 5 hours on this tractor. So we need to go ahead and buy us one. This way we can return this one. I don't know, maybe when we get some bread we'll have some extra money to go with. Let me move this out of the way. Yeah, I was watching Artemis's live stream, I don't know, Monday. Saw him doing something I never really even considered doing. He had a plow on his front 3-point and the stone picker behind him. It's a good idea, but I never would have thought of it. Alright, let's go ahead and refill that. Get on the seater, detach, and pull forward. Of course, on this gameplay I don't have to worry about a stone picker because I don't have stones going. Put this up. And I guess we'll go ahead and sleep for the night because we don't have anything else to do right now. Turn that off so we're not incurring 12 hours of leasing costs. So let's go ahead and sleep till 8. And then, like I said, we should have grass and wheat tomorrow. Alright, let's check on our sheep. Alright, we got 21 liters of grass in there. Actually, it's probably easier. The 4,000. Ooh, we had some babies last night. Sweet. So we're getting 2.5 pallets of wool a day, and we got roughly, I'd say probably 4 months of food in here because they're going to keep reproducing and their food requirements will go up. So let's move these into Granny's so she don't go without. Oh, I got cotton activated. Don't need to do that. Yeah, because she was out of wool. We could put the automatic shipper in here, but I don't know if I want to do that. And we'll put that parcel over here too, because it ran out. So, well, no, it's only one pallet. So let's go ahead and grab our Voltra and grab our mower. We'll let a worker mow the grass for us while we harvest our wheat. Alright, let's unfold it, and we got a lot of dead oh wait, that is part of the field. Never mind. Yep, let a worker do their thing. They can figure out where they want to go. You see that? They tried to run me over. Then we'll come and grab our harvester. And we'll do this together. It should be on during assist. Yep, okay. And our straw swath should be enabled already. And it is. Now this field is a whole lot smaller than a barley field, so I'm gonna say we'll be lucky if we get 8,000 liters off of it. And by lucky I mean very lucky. So much straw though. When we go dump our wheat into the silo, we need to check see if we got any honey spawned on the pallet. I don't know how much honey comes in a honey pallet. Oh, we got the new forage wagon, so we don't have to be so nitpicky about our straw swath. Yeah, I know most things are 1,000 liters or 2,000 liters, but 1,000 liters of honey, that seems like it'd be a pretty big pallet. See how's a what pound of honey, which is your normal bottle, is maybe what 6 ounces. Yeah, honey's a lot more dense than water, so you can't do weight and volume aren't the same with honey. Now water it is, because a pint's a pound. 16 ounces is a pint. But honey is a lot more dense and thicker, so I doubt, 1,000 ounces of honey equals 1,000 pounds. I mean, 16,000 ounces. You know what I mean. How about you go to the line I tell you to go on? Yeah, I think 8 was going to be, it's going to be a way overestimate. So we're only at 44 right now. We only got 2 rows left. But it'll still make flour. which we should have flour in our bakery now. We do, so let's go ahead and activate the bread. So you can start. I should have activated that yesterday when we activated the flour, but I forgot. My memories definitely ain't what it used to be. Of course, if you ask my wife, she'll tell you I never had a memory, but you know, that's a different story there. I came up with 5,642 liters. I don't think there's any need to get the tipper since that silo shares. And we do have a pallet out there. Alright, we got 53 liters so far. And like I said, I'll do some research on what we can use honey in what productions. Now let's go ahead and pick up that straw. Let's see, we had 5,000 liters of wheat, so we'll probably have about 20,000 liters of straw. It's like a 3 or 4 to 1 ratio of straw to actual product you get. Yeah, I know somebody has a graph out there that shows for your grain crops in actual grain to straw ratio. I don't remember who has it, but I know I've seen it. And it might have been for FS22 that I saw it. Okay, I was way off. We're almost at 30,000. So that's almost 6 to 1. Let's turn that off, fold it up. We'll go dump this and then go get our grass. And guess we need to put some of the grass in here for our sheep. Ah, they're done mowing now. We got oil already. Sweet. Let's go ahead and just set it to the side here. And what is that ratio? Or I still got 3,000 liters of canola. So it's not going to charge us for doing nothing. That's another thing. Factories shouldn't charge you if they're out of product. I don't know what we're going to plant in that field right there. We might do some cells next episode and see if we can afford a planter. This way our options will be higher. If we have a planter and a seeder, we could basically do everything but poplar, sugar cane, and potatoes. Unless we get a cheaty version of it, but we're not going to do that. Well, not a too cheaty version, I should say. Because I do want to get the I can't even think of the name of it right now. There's cedars up here. The Vultra Momentum 24. Yeah, we'll try to put well, how much are the sheep eating right now a day? They are eating 2,400. So, yeah, we'll put about 25,000 in here. Well, as close to it as we can. Close enough. And let's get stuck. And then the rest we'll bring over to our bunker silo so we can start making some silage. One day I need to paint some roads in here too. Alright, guess we'll go into this one first. I've never really used one of these open ones before. I normally have one that's got the sides and the back to it. So I don't know how that's gonna play out with compacting it. Guess we'll go around these trees to pick up the rest of the grass. But we'll go ahead and fold the arms while we're at it. Oh good, got enough space to go through here. I'd hate to damage that crop, that's for sure. Alright, turn this on. Yeah, I think this will work with 2 bunker silos. We can have one fermenting while we fill the other one up. Because we can mow every 3 months. So we can actually, what, 3 to 4 cuttings a year. So we can actually use one whole cutting for feeding the sheep, one cutting for one silo and one cutting for another silo. Because it looks like we're going to have just shy of 50,000 liters. So that can make us 100,000 liters of silage a year, which really ain't that much if you think about it. Because you got what is it? 40, 40, 20 for TMR. 40% silage, 40% hay, and 20% straw. So going off that math, you're getting about, what, 125, or no, about 225 1,000 liters of TMR. Now I know one thing a lot of bunker silos have is stuff spilling out the sides and stuff. So I don't know if this one will do it. Let's drop the trailer and try to compact this so we get it covered. Probably should invest in a silage roller too. You know, this ain't compressing too bad. We're already at 20%. Of course, now it's slowing down now that I'm don't have the trailer, but I don't want the trailer to get stuck down there. That would not be good. And then we will have to get something to pick up all the silage once it's fermented. I don't know if we're going to use a bucket or a forage pickup or what. Because if you use a forage wagon, you still have to have a bucket to peel back your cover, which I think is stupid. But I think with the forage pickup, I think it'll roll back the cover for you as you go on. I know it's been a while since I've done it, so can't honestly remember. But we're almost to 60% now. And we got 71,400 liters in here. Actually kind of glad I did put that second one down. We could do a massive cornfield for silage. I don't know if this map has silage corn on it though. Yeah, silage maize. So yeah, we get us a planter and do some silage maize. And this way we keep the grass just for the sheep. Well, and to turn into hay for the cows, for the TMR. I do plan on doing all the animals except for horses. I don't know enough about horses and they seem like too much of a pain to do. I don't know, we might do one horse just to give it a try. Alright, we're at 97. 98. Alright, we are 100% compacted. So let's go ahead and cover the silo. And it'll be ready. Let's see, it's 8:59 now. Wait. I started at 8 o'clock. Have we been doing this for 12 hours? That don't sound right. See, 3 times speed. And been live for 2 hours. So that should be 6 hours in game. Huh. I don't know. It's weird. But we are at the 2-hour mark, so I guess we're going to end the live stream here. Probably just go ahead and sleep, and then next week it'll probably be a little later because I got drill, so I probably won't start the live stream till about 3. But we will start it in July. So if you've enjoyed this live stream, please be sure to give it a thumbs up to help the channel out. I don't know exactly how it helps out, but they say it does. So, and then please join us next week as we continue on taking over this map on the green countryside. And thank you for watching.